I just realised I didn't turn my microphone on. Hello and welcome to another Flutifull time with me, Claire Hodditch. If you are new to my channel, then thank you so much for joining in. You are very welcome to join us. I am going to be sharing some time with you, sharing your music requests, sharing some chat, and just generally having a nice time here on the show. So, how are we all doing today? Let me know what's been going on in your world. I would love to celebrate your wins this week, whether they are small, whether they are large. Let me know what's gone well for you. I think this week for me, I was very pleased. I taught a class on Sunday. I teach for an organisation called Yorkshire Young Musicians, who aim to inspire the next generation of musicians, young students who are really keen to take their music further. And we're all online, of course, at the moment, so we've had to adapt what we do. And I was able to share some tips with them for dealing with performance anxiety, which I think is such an important topic that often isn't talked about in classes. So that was really lovely, and they all had a go at the exercises and really found it interesting. So I was just so pleased that that worked. It was the first time I'd taught anything like that based on a course that I've just been doing myself online. So it was fantastic to be able to pass on some great tips that I'd learnt myself that hopefully can help my students. Okay, let's have a quick look at the chat. The chat is lively today. Do enjoy yourselves talking in the chat. Let's have a look what we've got. Hi to Kurt. Hi to Janet. That's my mum. Hi Rebecca. Hi Kevin. Good to see you. The song list is in the chat. It's also in the description. So if you want to get your requests in, then if you type the word request followed by your song request, then I will add it to the list to be played on the stream today. Okay, so I have been enjoying our facts. We've been sharing lots of facts, haven't we, on the stream, about the music and about other things as well. We've got the Hull facts, of course. I'll get my get to the old Hull mug in a minute. Don't worry, it's here. And I discovered that my device that I've got, it's one of these bot things that you speak to it and it speaks back to you, which I only really use for playing music through. But anyway, I discovered that it can give you a fact of the day. So I thought, oh, we can share a little fact of the day on the stream on a Tuesday. So today's fact is that today is the 60th birthday of the film Spartacus. So the film debuted on this day in 1960. Of course, it's a real classic film, directed by Kubrick, starring Kirk Douglas, Laurence Olivier, all these other amazing names from the bygone era. So a really classic film there. So let me know if that's one of your favourites. I think the other thing I want to share before we go any further is the camera. So if you've looked on my Facebook, I will have been raving about the fact that I'm now coming at you in full HD. So do let me know what you think to the new camera setup. This is all thank you to your generous donations, your support that you've been offering me through the coffee link, which is on the screen here, there we go, and through the patron system, which I'll talk about more a little bit later on. So thanks to that, I've been able to upgrade to this little camera here, which is just, well, I can see a big difference, and it also means that you're going to be able to see all of my flute when I play, which is brilliant, because that was bugging me slightly. So so yeah, I hope you're appreciating that today. Kevin would like to request the Massenet. Yes, Thais Massenet. Of course, I will add that to the list, Kevin, before we go any further. And you may notice that Kevin has typed P request in the chat, and that's because Kevin is a member of the fiercely Flutifull, should I say, fiercely Flutifull. Oh my goodness, I came up with that, and that's just a mouthful, isn't it? I'll try one more time. Fiercely Flutifull. There we go. Patron system. So because of that, because of Kevin's generous support, he is able to receive a priority request once a month. So that's why he's got P request in the stream, because that's a priority request. So do you know what I'm going to do, Kevin? I am going to bump that right up to the top. Look at that, there it goes. So you are now going to be the first request of the afternoon, or the Flutifull time, I should say. I'm not going to say afternoon, because it's not afternoon for everybody, is it? So there we go, thank you very much for that. Kurt would like to request Walk This Way. Oh my goodness, Kurt's got a whole list here. Walk This Way, Tomb Raider, Sonic the Hedgehog and Morse. Wow. Well, that's going to keep us busy, isn't it, Kevin? Thank you, Kurt, sorry. That's going to keep us really busy, so thank you for that. I am going to add those to the list, and we ain't going to run out of music today, are we? This is brilliant. So what was this? Walk This Way. Yeah, that's one of my latest covers, so a bit of rock this afternoon. And then we have Tomb Raider. So Tomb Raider, classic piece of video game music for you. Let's add that on the list. Oops, too many buttons to press. And then we have Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't think I've played Sonic the Hedgehog on the stream yet, so that's very exciting. Thank you for that one. Another video game classic, absolute brilliant piece of music there. And Morse, Inspector Morse, that's becoming a real favourite, isn't it, on the stream? But that's okay, because it's such a fabulous piece and it deserves to be heard. So thank you for all those. We have got a big list going on already, which is fabulous. Okay, Kurt says it looks great on HD. Thanks, Kurt. I'm glad you approve of the camera, and Rebecca as well. Thank you very much. I am glad that that is working well for you. So let's get on with the music, because we've got lots to get through, which is fantastic. So first of all, we have the lovely meditation. So this meditation is from an opera called Thais by Massenet, and it's played in its original form on the violin and accompanied by the rest of the orchestra. And it's almost like a kind of a dream sequence in the opera. So it is a full instrumental, there's no words, and it kind of represents a religious devotion by one of the characters. So it's just a beautiful, as the title would suggest, a beautiful meditative piece of music. So if you're looking for a little bit of relaxation, then this is what you're going to get with this first piece. Thank you to my mother. Thank you, Mummy, for the coffee. If you'd like to write your request on in the chat, then we will bump that up for you, because I think I forgot to say, if requests are of course all free, request away, but if you do donate me a coffee, then your request will be bumped up, as Kevin's was as a patron as well. So on with the music. Let's get started with a little bit of meditation. So there we are, the wonderful meditation by Massenet. Such a gorgeous piece, such a lovely piece to play. It's been a while since I played it actually, so that was really nice. I hope you enjoyed that, Kevin. Okay, thank you very much for the coffee, Kurt. So we're going to bump your first request up the queue. So I think your first request was Walk This Way. Yeah, goodness me. So we're going to go from the meditation to Walk This Way. And as I've said before, this is what I absolutely love about the request show, is that we can go from one extreme to the other, and that just keeps it really exciting. So we're going to have a little bit of Walk This Way in a bit. Fantastic. Right, I'm going to have a slurp of my tea. It's time for tea, people. I hope you have your beverage of choice. Let me know in the chat, and if it's tea, I hope it's Yorkshire. That's all I'm going to say. You know me by now. Thank you, Kevin. I'm very pleased you enjoyed that. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. Oh, and Kurt's on the jam tea, and he's getting used to it, people. Oh, big tea news there. Big tea news. So it's a bit of a grower, is it, Kurt? Once you've tried it and stuck with it, you're onto it. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Kevin's on the Ribena. Interesting choice, Kevin. Interesting choice. I haven't drunk Ribena a lot recently, I have to say. But there we go. Oh, that's good. That is really good. So I have been enjoying doing these covers, as you know. It's become a real interest for me, and I'm discovering so much about just music and how it's put together, and little facts about the songs and the pieces and things, and I'm just really enjoying it. So I am blown away that you are here enjoying that with me, and honestly, your support for this in just being here means everything, because I was sat yesterday where I am now, creating my next arrangement, so the one that will be out 2 weeks on Friday. And I honestly just thought to myself, this is a dream. This is an absolute dream. So thank you so much for your support and enjoying these. The next piece I'm going to play then is one of these covers. It's one of my more recent ones, and it's Walk This Way by Aerosmith. Now, I've been a big rock fan ever since I was a teenager. Being a classical musician, of course, never really had the chance to play anything like this, and never really realised that could be a thing. And when I started doing this, I just knew that every kind of type of music was on the table, and I wanted to finally explore it. And Walk This Way was one of the first tunes that I thought about, and actually my friend Leah said to me, oh, it'd be brilliant if you did an Aerosmith and you did some beatboxing with it as well. And I kind of started looking at it, like I say, and then I went, oh, I don't know about this. This is tricky. It's got these big guitar solos in it, and I'm just not sure. So I left it aside, put it aside, started some other covers, and then a couple of weeks ago I came back to it and I went, do you know what, I am going to make this work. So this was not easy, but I've given it a go, and here it is. The flute part contains lots of crazy things like flutter tonguing and singing, and there's some beatboxing in there as well. So let me know if you think this this lives up to expectations. Does this rock? My friend Leah listened to it and said yes, it definitely rocks. So I was pleased about that, because she is a big rock fan. She knows her stuff. She's a guitarist herself. So so do let me know what you think. I'm going to replicate it as well as I can today, because if you listen to the video, I do use quite a bit of distortion on the flute sound as well, because why not? It sounds really cool. But I don't have a pedal, and I don't have my software set up for the stream yet, because I'm dealing with just about as much technology as I can deal with at the moment. But one day we might have that. So today I'm just going to ramp up the effects that I've got on my my desk here, my little mixing desk, and we'll go with that. So it's not going to be quite as rocky maybe as the video, so do go and check the video out if you enjoy this and you want to know what I'm talking about, but I will do my best for you, Kurt. So here we go. I hope we enjoy rocking out to a bit of Walk This Way by Aerosmith. There we go. So I think that's what they call sublime to ridiculous. Meditation followed by walk this way. So I hope you enjoyed that, Kurt. Thank you. That's the first time, of course, I've played that on the stream, and I hope it lived up to expectations there. I'm just going to reset my mixing desk. There we go. Okie dokie. Mother's on the tonic water and orange juice. Nice. Tonic and orange and tonic. That's nice. A nice refreshing drink there. Cool. Okie dokie. Everybody enjoying that one? Thank you very much. So what do we need to talk about? Well, we need to talk about the mug, don't we? We need to talk about the mug. So I've been working my way around this lovely Hull mug, which has lots of different scenes depicting parts of Hull life. So we have a very vibrant culture here in Kingston upon Hull, the 2017 City of Culture, of course, European City of Culture. So I've been working my way around the mug, but today I'm going to take a little detour on the mug, down to the bottom square, and I'll show you what it is. Here it is. So the bottom square is, I'm going to try not to reveal the other squares. Ooh, I'm not good at this, am I? How did they do this, TV presenters? Anyway, so if you can see, because my aiming is terrible, I'm going to blame the new camera. It says Hull Fair, and there's a picture of a big wheel, Europe's oldest and largest travelling fun fair. Scream if you want to go faster. And then it says hot dogs. Can't read it, it's very small. Hot dogs, brandy snaps, fudge, cinder, toffee. So the reason I've mentioned this one today is that Hull Fair was due to take place from this Friday, the 9th of October. Unfortunately, of course, because of the current COVID situation, it's not happening, and that's the first time. I did a little bit of research. That's the first time Hull Fair has not happened since 1945, which of course was the end of the Second World War. So Hull Fair, if you are not from around these parts, is one of the oldest, biggest travelling fairs in Europe, and it's been on the go for over 700 years. I can't quite imagine it was anything like what it's like now 700 years ago. But Hull Fair is huge. There are lots and lots of rides, ranging from the big wheel to all the crazy things that spin you around, the ones that just drop you. I do remember going on that when I was a student. You wouldn't get me anywhere near that nowadays. But yeah, lots of crazy rides, and it's huge. And lots of people just go for the treats, as it says on the thing there, brandy snaps, fudge. It's known for all the food and all the sweets and things. And it's a massive event every year for Hull. It goes on for a week, and it draws in a lot of people. So it's very sad that it's not happening, because it's a part of our whole culture. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we will be back, or Hull Fair will be back next year, and people will be able to enjoy themselves again. Okay. Kevin's saying these are all the reasons I have few teeth there. Is this to do with the Ribena, Kevin, that we haven't got the wearing away your teeth there? Mum says, love the mug. Hull Fair. Yeah, you gotta love that, haven't you? You gotta love that. Okay, let's press on. Let's head back to the music. Oh, I've just noticed, Mother. Sorry, I missed your request. I was looking. It's getting a tricky job now. This is getting a tricky job. So, Mum would like to hear Boray. So we're going to bump the Boray up the queue, because you very generously bought me a coffee. So, Boray. Okay. And of course, this is a great one to follow on from the old, from the Walk This Way there. Because, of course, falling into the rock genre, Let me just check that that's working. Yeah, there we go. We're going to bump that up the queue there. So Boray is going to come next. So this, of course, is by the fabulous Jethro Tull, forwarded by the wonderful Ian Anderson. I was watching a bit of Ian Anderson this morning. I discovered a video of him performing some of his later work, so his from his album The Language of Birds, which is a fabulous acoustic album, and it's him singing and playing, not with Jethro Tull, but his own compositions on his own. Really, just fabulous stuff. He just plays and it works, and it's lovely. So do check that out if you're a bit of a fan of his. So this Boray, of course, is based on a little tune by J.S. Bach, originally composed for lute, I think, lute or guitar. And the story goes that Ian Anderson was living in a student digs down in London, and he heard this tune being played rather badly, and couldn't get it out of his head, and then started jamming with his Jethro Tull band mates, and this tune was born. So fantastic example of taking a tune, making it your own, playing around with it, and adding to it, and really that's what musicians of old have done for years, and a great thing it is too. So I really hope you enjoy a little bit of Boray. there we go, the old Boray. I do always feel the urge to stand on one leg when I play that, of course, but not. I don't know if I could coordinate that. I do enjoy yoga, but I haven't experimented with doing yoga and playing the flute at the same time. That's a little bit crazy. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that indeed. Let's check it off the list. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Oh, Kurt's talking about biscuits. Who likes a good biscuit? Well, I have to say, I did actually head out just before the stream, a little trip to the shop to buy some biscuits, and my biscuit of choice today was the good old custard cream. Can't beat custard cream, can you? No, none of these fancy things. It's got to be good old standard biscuit, the old custard cream. Oh goodness me, I can't speak today, can I? Custard cream. Rebecca is talking about Hull Fair, ride on a carousel, some fudge, brandy snap, and a dolphin balloon. Ah, yes. Yes, the sight of all those lovely balloons. To be honest, when I go, I just enjoy wandering around. I just enjoy a wander. I feel really old. I don't even need to go on the rides. I did that when I was younger. So I don't even go that far. I don't even spend much money. See, I'm a true honorary Yorkshire girl. It takes a lot for me to part with my cash. So I just enjoy a wander, really. But yeah, tempted by a dolphin balloon, I have to say. There we go. There we go. Good. Oh, Mother enjoyed that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am glad that went down well. So, from the Boray, which of course was based on Bach's Baroque melody, we're going to move to another piece which is based on a melody as well. So this is a Rosie Medra. Now, I was alerted to this beautiful, beautiful arrangement of this tune by my auntie Mary, who is an avid watcher. I was speaking to her earlier, and she's really enjoying this. So hello to you. And she is knows a little bit about organ music. So just to give you a little bit of a background, my family have been researching their family history for quite a long time now, and there is a Holditch Family History Society. And as an active member of that, my auntie and uncle became aware of an organ builder, church organ builder, called George Maidenwell Holditch. And she's become a little bit of an expert on him and his works and what he did. And of course, in doing that, has visited many organs all around the country, some made by him and others not. And he's, of course, a lover of organ music as well. So when I began asking people about suggestions for pieces, this was one that she gave me, and I must admit I've probably heard it before, but wasn't completely aware of it, and it's just, well, I'm going to call it lovely, because that's what the Rosie Medra actually translates as in Welsh. Rosie Medra is a village in Wales. If you've read the description on my video, you'll know what I'm about to say. It's a village in Wales, and the tune was written by the longtime vicar at the little church there, and it's a little hymn tune which is very simple. And if you listen to my version, you will hear the hymn tune firstly played on the guitar, and then played by the first flute. So you'll hear the very simple tune. But this tune has been taken by the English composer Vaughan Williams and made into a full organ piece. And he's created some other melodies which weave in and out of this gorgeous hymn tune to create something that is just absolutely sublime. It's really beautiful. It's been made into an orchestration, so there is an orchestra version. I think there's a wind version as well, which I should remember for when I get back playing with my wind band buddies. That would be good. Make a note of that one, Rebecca. So it's just lovely, and I was so excited to be able to create this, and I think I'm really pleased with it. So I said I would play it today, so that's what we're going to do now. So this is Rosie Medra as arranged by Vaughan Williams, and then arranged again by me. So I really hope you enjoy this one. Sit back and relax to a little bit of Rosie Medra. So there we are. So a little bit of Rosie Medra for you today. I hope you really enjoyed that one. Such a beautiful tune, and so clever how Vaughan Williams uses it and manages to weave these other melodies around it. I should say there were a couple of things that I wanted to say before that, and I forgot. So I'll say them now. One is that if you enjoy that, and do go and watch the video that I've put together on my channel. I was very lucky to find some beautiful pictures of the Welsh countryside and the valleys. So do go and have a little look at the video, which has the pictures with it, which I just think works so nicely. And the other thing I forgot to mention was. The other piece of information that my auntie told me was that when she went to visit a particular church, she actually bumped into Vaughan Williams's niece, who was at the church at the time. And he said she was lovely, and they chatted for a while. So that's just lovely to know, isn't it? Really, really nice little piece of history there. Okay, so what's going on the chat? Talking about Hull Fair. Yep. Kevin, so talking about when somebody stumbles over their words, it was said they were practicing whilst. I see, yeah, getting your teeth in. So got to get your teeth in. I see what you were talking about now. Yeah, I missed that one, I think. Good. I'm really glad you are enjoying the music so far. So the other thing that I wanted to make sure I said today was about the t-shirt. So last week I was wearing my Oscar Wilde t-shirt, and I really wanted to wear this, which is my Glastonbury t-shirt, and I discovered in the morning that it had a mark on it. But I'm very pleased to report that I managed to get rid of the mark. There were a couple of marks actually, and they have gone. So this is my lovely, I don't know, I'm going to have to stand up and show you here. This is my lovely Glastonbury t-shirt from 2016 when I went to Glastonbury. It was crazy. It was amazing. It was tiring. It was everything you would expect Glastonbury Festival to be. I was so lucky when I went because two of the acts that were headlining were two of my favourite ever acts. So one was Muse. I'm a big Muse fan, and Coldplay was the other one. I'd seen Muse a few times before, never seen Coldplay, and I think the Coldplay set was I've got goosebumps just talking about it. It was quite possibly one of the most magical moments of my life, actually. It was incredible. It was right near the front, and what Coldplay managed to do, even if you're not a lover of their music, is they create this amazingly upbeat, lively, fantastic atmosphere, and I don't think I've ever experienced anything like it. It was incredible. But Glastonbury as well is just an amazing experience. There's so much to it. You can't get around the whole thing. It's absolutely huge. But to go and see like things like the circus acts and all the other little acts that are going on is well worth it. And it's an amazing atmosphere. I really enjoyed the atmosphere. I found it very friendly and I didn't feel intimidated or anything. So it was a magical experience, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. Even though I will confess to you, I woke up on the Sunday morning, having been there for 4 days already, and kind of went, what am I doing? I haven't got the energy for this. I think I remember I'd lost a contact lens somewhere. Don't know quite how that happened, and had to go and retrieve some spare ones from my car, and that was a little bit of a low point. But apart from that, it was it's worth tolerating the sleeping arrangements, the toilet arrangements. Worth every minute is all I'm going to say. So yeah, that was my Glastonbury experience from 2018. Okay. Oh, Rebecca's thinking about Windman now. Sorry, I've got you thinking now, Rebecca, haven't I? The Philip Spark Yorkshire Overture. Yeah, we've played that a few times with our wind band, haven't we? A Yorkshire Overture by Philip Spark. Don't know if that's viable. That's a really good suggestion. I had not thought of that. I will make a note of that later, because I'll look back on the chat and be able to find that. That is a really fab idea, isn't it? Yes. Thank you for that one. I will have a good look at that. I think that might be possible. from what I can remember of it. Yeah, I think that might be very possible. Right, I think it's time for more tea. I'm going to have to get the flask out, folks. The flask is here. No worries. Don't panic. The flask is here. Here we go. Squeaky sound of the flask. And can we see the steam? I can't see the steam today. I hope it's hot. There we go. Oh, yes, I think it is. I think it is. Good. Oh, we can't beat it. Can't beat it. So next up on the list, we have a little bit of green sleeves requested by my daddy. So we're going to have some green sleeves today. I'm just having a flick through my music, see if I can find it. Do you know, I haven't got this in my set of music. Is it it's definitely on the list, isn't it? Because because there it is. Let me check if I have the track. I've got a funny feeling. Okay, I have a funny feeling that one is not yet ready to go. So I'm going to apologise for that now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove it from the queue, and I'm also just going to quickly remove it from the song list. So apologies for that. I think that was when I was first setting up the song list, and I wanted to put things in, and I have got green sleeves in mind to do, but I haven't yet got a track for it. I tell you what I could do though, hang on, this is me thinking on my feet now. I could play you it unaccompanied, couldn't I? Yes, I could. I could probably even do it from memory, but I'm not gonna trust that right now. I'm just gonna pull up a quick score because I know where to find one. And I'm going to play you it unaccompanied. Why not? And I might even do a little bit of improvisation if the mood takes me. So, yeah, no backing track for this one, but I've got the music going. I'm just looking at my feed on my iPad, and I think it's stuttering a little bit, so apologies if it is stuttering a little bit. I think that's because was just pulling up the music on my computer. So normal service should now be resumed, and I can play you a little bit of green sleeves. we are. So that was a little bit different, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. And that has given me some ideas for when I do finally get round to actually creating an arrangement of Greensleeves. Because it's a really, really lovely tune, isn't it? And I can hear what would work quite well. Of course, it's been done lots and lots of different times in different arrangements, but yeah, no, I will enjoy actually creating a proper version. But yeah, that was cool. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it too. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of that. And you know what? We'll leave the Greensleeves as it is, because I'm quite happy to play it like that if anybody wants to request it. But I will get around to creating a full arrangement at some point. Right, back to the tea. So one of the ways that people have been supporting me through my online adventures is through the Patreon system. Patreon is a site where artists can offer exclusives to people who support them on a regular basis, and it's just a really nice way for people to give back to artists and give to them directly. And I recently set up my Patreon account, and if you go on there you can access my covers early. So the releases are on general release on a Friday, but you can access them on a Monday and have a look at those before anybody else. And as we saw with Kevin at the beginning, you can also have a priority request included in some of the tiers on Patreon. There's lots of other things on there as well. I'm doing some behind the scenes footage. I've got some another one of those to sort out and upload for you all. So if you go to the Patreon site, it's all there for you. The other thing that's happening right now is, because this is brand new, I decided to have a little extra offer, and that is that if you sign up before the end of the day today, so the offer actually ends today, then you'll receive a little postcard from me as well in the post, with a little personal message, just to say thank you so much for your support. So if you would like to receive one of those, and if you'd like to help me to continue to do these streams and produce the covers, then head on over to the Patreon site. I will pop the little link in the chat if we can get that to work. Bear with me a second. Oh, there we go. That was what I wanted, and it's disappeared again. Oh, I always struggle finding things on my iPad keyboard. Do you know what? I might just go onto my on my laptop and do this. It's a lot easier. There we go. So in the chat coming up in a few seconds, you should see a link to my Patreon page. So if you want to go and check that out, you are more than welcome. Rebecca talking about Greasey's being the opening theme for Carry On Henry. Okay, well that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, because it's a tune that's attributed to Henry VIII. Whether it was written by him is under question, I think. But there we go. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so next up on the requests we have a little bit of Tomb Raider. So this is another one of my my covers that I've enjoyed putting together. This was a piece of music which I must have heard many times when I was a teenager, and my dad did as well, because we used to enjoy playing the game together. And it was the game itself was revolutionary, really. It was the first kind of platform game that was kind of realistic in a sense, and had this kind of live action feel, and you had to go exploring tombs and different areas. And that in itself was just amazing. But the music made the game, and it's wonderful stuff. The guy that wrote it, Nathan McCree, was actually a computer programmer when he got the job working for the company that produced the game, and he kind of just fell into making the music, is how he describes it. They were looking for somebody to do it, and he said, "Oh, I can tinker around, you know." And he just fell into doing it, and completely found his niche, really. And he's still writing video game music today. So this is the fabulous theme from the very first Tomb Raider movie, which I believe came out around 1996, something like that. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So there we go, the theme from Tomb Raider 1. What fantastic music. And to say that was created in 1996 for the first, it was the first Sony PlayStation. So the technology was really in its infancy, in a sense. That was a very the first era of the new kind of console. So what the sounds that they were able to create were still quite primitive. It wasn't digital, so yeah, incredible that music was able to be created. And what I find fascinating now is that I am able to create that sound using the software that I'm using in my own home on my laptop. So yeah, it blows my mind, but I'm so glad that I'm able to do that. Kevin would like to request the flower duet. Of course, yes, we can add that to the list right now. A little bit of flower duet, of course. I shall add that to the list. Flower duet from Lakme. No problem at all. There we go, and we'll tick off good old Tomb Raider. Right, so if you enjoyed my Believe cover from Cher, which was we played it last week, then I think you will enjoy my cover, which is coming out on Friday. And the one that I'm working on now, which is going to be released a week after, is another TV theme. So you heard it here first. So it's a TV theme, and I'm really enjoying working on that. It's great. So looking forward to both of those coming up. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for your clapping. Kevin says, not a games person, but the music's lovely. Yeah, and that's one reason why I'm keen to explore the video game genre, because people who don't game don't know the music, and why would you? And there's such fantastic music out there. It's the music that's created nowadays is very much like film music. But as I say, things like Tomb Raider was one on its own at the time. There's another series of games called Final Fantasy, and the music from those is absolutely sublime as well. So it's really lovely to be able to bring that kind of music to a wider audience, as well as the classical stuff, as well as the pop stuff. So there's always something that you may not have heard. That's what I aim to do anyway. Kurt's saying he's got all the soundtracks. Yeah, I mean, you can. That's the thing. It's such wonderful music that it's been released. The Tomb Raider music was actually made into a suite for orchestra a couple of years ago, I think. And that is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So really worth a listen. Yeah, now next we have, of course, another piece of video game music, but this is very different. This is going right back to the early consoles, the early Sega consoles, and it's Sonic the Hedgehog. And now Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the first games that I remember playing. Lots and lots of fun, and I still play it now sometimes. I have a group of friends who really enjoy the retro games, and whenever we meet up, then we crack out a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog. But thankfully, we can play it on our on the PlayStation, so it's not like using the old controllers, which if you're a gamer you'll know what I'm talking about. The old the Master System controller was just like a little box, and the controls was 2 buttons and what they called a D-pad, which was just a square really, and that, I mean, that was impossible. And then the Master System, the Mega Drive, sorry, was a little bit better, but not. I think you had a stick for the Mega Drive, so that was a little bit more controllable. But yeah, compared to what you can do now, you know, it was very primitive. And so I wanted to arrange this as just a bit of fun, really, and it was really interesting to do from a music point of view, because of course the sounds again were very primitive. It was 8-bit machines, so the sounds were just noises, really, computer noises. So when I put this together, I wanted it to kind of sound authentic. And it actually meant I didn't have a lot of work to do, because I just kind of programmed the sounds, and there it is. There's no dynamics or anything fancy about it. And two tunes here from the original Sonic the Hedgehog. The first is the Green Hill Zone. So this is the zone right at the beginning of the game that we all know a lot, because of course you would play that one a lot, and not the later levels, because it would take you hours to get to the later levels, and you know, you have to start it from the beginning all the time. God, gamers don't know they're born nowadays, do they? So Green Hill Zone right at the beginning of the game. And then we have Marble Zone. I always used to think if I got to Marble Zone I was doing really well. So Marble Zone is quite a funky little tune as well, and I've added a little bit of my little improvisation into that as well, because why not, you know? So you're going to hear a little bit of a mix really of a bit of Green Hill Zone followed by a little bit of Marble Zone. So I hope you enjoy this little journey back to the 8-bit era. There we go, a little bit of Sonic the Hedgehog. Of course, the opening theme there, the opening tune, and the end tune was the end of the level tune. I couldn't resist adding that on as well. And I need to write down that there's an extra repeat of that last section, don't I? Because I've forgotten that I'd put an extra repeat in. There we go. Kurt says he's still got his original Sonic on Sega. Yeah, I think, yeah, and Mum's saying she's still got the Master System, the original consoles. Yeah, they're worth quite a bit of money now, aren't they? Because there is a whole section of people who are into retro gaming, so they're kind of really fashionable, and quite rightly so, because there is something about playing those games that is just so satisfying. I think. So, yeah, glad to see that people are still playing those. Rebecca says, well, Chris is saying, why not do an arrangement of Outrun? Biggest game of the 1980s. Okay, I will look at that one. I don't remember it, but we'll certainly have a look. That would be good. I'm up for doing lots of different video games covers. Wonder if Claire maybe got some inspiration from any of the lesser known games that Dara presents on 8-bit. Not particularly. Not particularly. I'm more just taking them from games that I remember myself. So as I say, I played Sonic the Hedgehog a lot, played Tomb Raider a lot, because some of the other games, there are things like Zelda is a popular one, and like I say, Final Fantasy, although I have played Final Fantasy, there's been quite a few arrangements of the music from those, so I'm trying to find ones that are a little bit more obscure. So Chris's suggestion of something like Outrun would be interesting, because I don't remember seeing that. So yeah, I'm always conscious of trying to create arrangements of things that have not been arranged too much, so that I can keep finding new things for people. Oh, Rachel's here. Hi, Rachel. Memories. Yeah, Rachel's a bit of a gamer, I think, as well. Rachel's a flute friend of mine. Yeah, so nice that you're enjoying the memories of the gaming music. Fantastic stuff. Right, I'm going to top up the tea. Topping up the tea. Here we go. Yeah, needs a bit of a top up. Ah, this flask is such a good idea. Such a good idea. Okay, so we are moving from a bit of game music back to a bit of TV music. So this is becoming a bit of a favourite on the stream. This is the theme from Inspector Morse, iconic British detective series, of course, and the music just so wonderful, and it isn't widely heard now, of course, and isn't widely known of the whole piece, because there's quite a bit of extra music that I never remember hearing when watching the show. So I was really excited to discover this one and to have a go at arranging it, because it is such a wonderful little piece of music. It has the Morse code for the name Morse running all the way through it. So at the beginning you hear the duh, 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 and then that runs all the way through the piece, and the music kind of magically winds around it. So a really clever piece of music, and I'm really pleased to be able to play it for you today. So here we have a little bit of the theme from Inspector Morse by Barrington Fairlong. There we are, the theme from Inspector Morse. Thank you for suggesting that, Kurt. It's really nice to explore old TV themes, I think, because they hold so many memories for us, don't we? A little bit like the computer games do. And as I say, my next, not this week, the week after, is going to be another TV theme. And I recorded it this afternoon, recorded the flute part this afternoon. And I'm going to admit this to you, I actually found myself in tears at one point because it's such a wonderful piece of music for a start, and it's got a lot of memories for me because it's one of my favourite TV shows. So you might be able to guess what it is if you know me. Don't reveal it. It's what you'll probably have one of two. You'll probably have one of two. It's one of those. I'm so pleased with it, and just the fact that I'm able to create it is and play it to you is amazing. So I hope you enjoyed that one and look forward to more TV themes. Rachel's saying, yeah, play the friends, kids have been introducing you to the modern versions and beating you every time. Yeah, why do you think I'm still a retro gamer, Rachel? No, I mean, they're too complicated and fast and crazy, and you have to do this, that, and the other. No, give me a good old Sonic the Hedgehog. All you have to do is run and jump on stuff. Like that's good for me. That's good for me. Oh, okay, right. So Kevin's saying that they dropped in little excerpts from that extended version of the theme in the episodes. Yeah, that's where you now realise that I haven't seen many of the episodes. So yeah, your knowledge on that is far more than me. I do know that Inspector Morse was a big music fan, so he used to talk about Bach, I think, and he used to talk about Wagner. But that's nice to hear that they used music from the theme in the show. Great, thanks, Rachel. Van der Valk. Okay, yeah, great suggestion. I can't remember that off the top of my head, but I will go and have a listen and see if it's we can add it to the long list. The list is quite substantial now of things that I've thought of and that people have suggested. So if you have suggested something, thank you, and just keep watching because it will pop up sooner or later, I'm sure, if it's doable. And Kurt agreeing, yes, retro games. Retro games are the future. That doesn't work, does it? They can't be the future. That's why they're retro. Anyway, there we go. Right. Another slurp of tea is required before we go any further. Oakley dokley. So, Mother's saying she remembers Van der Valk. It was great. I need to check that out, don't I? Need to check that out. I will do so afterwards. I check out the old one. Okay. That's on my list. That's going on the list. Fantastic. Right, so next up we're going to have a little bit of Flower Duet from Delibes. This, of course, is from another opera. So we heard the Meditation earlier, which was taken from Lacme. Which was taken from Thais. I'm getting my operas muddled up, aren't I? And this is the Flower Duet from Lacme. So this is actually sung in the opera. And I can tell you a little bit about this one, having sung it myself. It's I'm going to get this wrong now, aren't I? A lady of the house and her maid, that's the term I'm looking for, and they go down to the river and they pick flowers and they sing this lovely duet together, and it's kind of a mark of them being on the same level, you know, as they sing together. And it's really, really gorgeous to sing. I remember, I've sung this a few times, and I remember once I sang it with a student, and she was actually singing this for her GCSE performance. Can you believe? She was a remarkable student. One of the students that will stand out for me for the rest of time. I was lucky to teach her for many, many years, and I've only just stopped teaching her actually because she's now 22 and has just headed off to Arts Ed in London to study music theatre. Amazingly talented and vocally could sing could sing anything really, but her heart lies in music theatre, and after many attempts at auditioning for institutions, she's got a place down in Arts Ed in London. So I wish her all the very best, and this is a memory for me, singing this with her in a school concert for her GCSE performance. I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my whole life, because I decided to do it from memory as well. And I was a little bit out of practice by that point in singing things from memory. So I was so nervous, of course, because I didn't want to mess it up for her assessment. But it was a magical moment. So this brings back lots of different memories for me, and that's one of them. Kevin just reminding us, of course, it's the music for the British Airways advert. Yes, I think they do still use this, don't they? When you see British Airways adverts. So yeah, it's a very recognisable piece. So here we have the Flower Duet by Delibes. Oh, lovely little flower duet there. I think it's been quite a while since I played that one as well. So thank you very much for the suggestion, Kevin. That was really nice. Okay. Oh, more Van der Valk talk. So the theme tune for Van der Valk is called Eye Level, composed by Jack Trombe, performed by Simon Park Orchestra, as a massive hit in the 70s. Well, thank you for your knowledge, Rebecca. You are a font of all knowledge. That's brilliant. I will definitely go and check that out. And as I say, if I think it's doable, we will add it to the list. That's really cool. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Hope you've enjoyed that one. Fabulous. Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Zoom. Lucy's off to do some Zoom teaching. Oh, I know the feeling, Lucy. We're all doing it via Zoom, aren't we, at the minute? I've been lucky enough to get back to some face-to-face teaching, but students are going off here, there and everywhere now, having to isolate. So I'm still doing some Zoom teaching, and on a Sunday, as I say, my Yorkshire musicians teaching is all online. So good luck with your teaching, Lucy. Hope it goes okay. And thank you for coming. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Brilliant. Oh, there's a little musician gathering going on in the chat now, which is fab. Fantastic. So It is 5:30. If anybody would like another request, then you are more than welcome to request something else. Or if you are all musiced out and you're nice and relaxed and you're ready to go for the evening, then I'm happy to leave it there. It's been a lovely hour and a half of music making, and it only happens because you're here. So thank you so much for coming along, and do let me know your thoughts and any other suggestions for music, things you'd like me to explore, because you know, I'm learning from this process as well, and it's so enjoyable. So let me know. Um, Chris is having a little bit of a dig at Rebecca. Oh, play nice, guys, play nice. I love it. I love it. So what else did I have to say to you? I think I've covered it all. I think we've said everything. So do give me a thumbs up below the video. That helps YouTube to start spreading the message to more people, because the more people that are here, the nicer a time we have, really, the more we can chat and the more we can share ideas. So do give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that little bell thing. So when you subscribe, there's a little bell. I know it's complicated, isn't it? There's a little bell, and if you hit the little bell, then what YouTube should do is tell you when I release stuff. So when there's a new video or when I go live, you should get a notification. I'm not quite sure where you get a notification. I think you get a notification maybe via email. It depends on the settings. Oh, I don't know. It's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, if you hit that, if you really want to know what I'm up to, then hit that. And then you'll know. So there'll be another cover on Friday. If you can't wait till Friday, hop on over to the old Patreon and you'll be able to view it on there. And thank you for all my patrons for the feedback so far, which has been brilliant, so thank you very much. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next week. I've just realised I haven't set the video thing for next week's stream. So we're going to go again at 4 o'clock, I think. Let's stick to 4 o'clock because this seems to be working well for people. So it'll be 4 o'clock. I will set up the video so you can click the reminder after the stream. So if you want to do that, then you can. And yeah, it'll be the same time next week. Hope you can join me again for another wonderful Flutifull time. And until then, I hope you have a fantastic week. Keep doing what you're doing and keep enjoying the music, and we will see you again next time. And I'm gonna get myself sorted with the buttons and roll the credits and wish you a very happy week. So take care, and I'll see you again soon.